Okay, Skirdie ready? Okay, Skirdie ready. Start. Alright.
I am ready. I am ready, kids.
Okay, buddy.
Buddy. Okay, buddy. Skip intermission. It sucks. It's bad. It noob.
God.
Fun, be clean. That's Skirdie. It's D5. What do you expect? There is no clean in D5. Alex, shut up. Yes. Right. Drivers now lining up. The final main event. 20 laps at Michigan. So there's going to be 8 drivers. The 48 of Uber and the 20 of Bushy. Both Heat 1 winners leading the race. 2 of Catastrophic and the 30 of Lasker right behind them. Cody and Skirdie in third row. 48 and Idle in the final one. Green flag is going to be waved. A few cars are going to go into the grass. It's going to be the 2 of Catastrophic immediately. 48 getting a great start. Shit, let's you look back, please. Off the turns 1 and 2.
You said get something.
Like several cars trying to draft off each other, see if they can just get that catch-up going immediately. Lasker trying to go on the outside. It's going to be a bit of a draft train supporting Uber on the inside. Meanwhile, 3 wide action in the back. Bushy trying to get by Uber at the moment, or just support them in the meantime. Meanwhile, Skirdie in the back, way far off. Skirdie has problems. Skirdie has problems. What are we supposed to do about that? Oh, yeah, that. Shaleski, please look back. Okay. Catastrophic now diving on the inside of the 48 of Uber. Meanwhile, 48 of Hacky trying to support them in the meantime. Seeing what they can potentially do to get up to the front here. Uber falling all the way back with Idle. In the front, Hacky, Catastrophic, and now looks like Lasker trying to overtake here. Going 4 wide potentially with the help of the 47. Looks like Lasker going to go into the grass all the way to the back for them. Catastrophic now has a little bit of the edge. So does the 47 of Cody. Now they're going to get supported by the 6 of Idle. Now they're going to storm all the way to the front. Idle going to now look on the inside, see what moves he can make later on. They're going to go 4 wide now. Between Idle, Lasker, Hacky, and Bushy. Right behind Cody and Catastrophic. Like Bushy's going to turn on the 30 of Lasker. That's going to make multiple contacts with the cars. One of them is going to spin right out, going right behind Skirdie. Hacky now 15 seconds behind the pack. Here's a second car now spinning out into the grass. Now making contact with Skirdie. Race control now potentially throwing out a caution. They will. It's going to be the yellow flag. Caution 1. First caution today, surprisingly, out of all heats. Well, Catastrophic. Bushy now leading the race. Lasker right behind them, see what moves he can make. Trying to get a better position for this restart. It's like Idle's going to go way wide, trying to get that high lane boost for the straightaway. Not going to help them that much, though, as Uber clears and gets that 3rd place spot. All right. Should be Bushy, Lasker, Uber, then Idle, and then Cody, I think, maybe? Little P6, P7, P8. Oh, no, I don't think you had last place, Skirdie. The 49? Okay. I'll call you the 49, Hacky, thank you. Because it's confusing having 2 48s. I know, Shedletsky. Thank you. I think, did Lasker overtake at the last moment? Did Lasker overtake the P1?
No.
Then, Bushy should be on the inside, I think.
Doesn't matter, to be honest.
Okay, it doesn't matter then. Okay, that's
It's
fine.
their point.
It's fine. Skirdie is all the way in the back. Please line up with the rest. Grid control now counting down. Little restart. Drivers now off yet again. A few of them off to a slow start, including the 20 of Bushy. Not good for them. More the 30 into number 6. Both in front. Your 30 is going to get turned, sent wide. That's going to get 60 inside. So is the 48. 30 is going to close it in on them, though. Shut the door. 20 of the Bushy looking on the outside, seeing if he can potentially make any moves later on. You know, the 2 of Catastrophic getting that draft off the Uber, up rapidly. 20 of Bushy falling all the way back. Now only in front of the 49 of Hackey. 47 of Cody going to get contact with the outside wall, and Bushy for a moment getting turned. You know, the 6 of Idle still leading. Number 48 and the number 30 side by side for second place, 2 by 2. 48 is going to get that big push. Bushy trying to get up in the main pack again. Several cars going to go on the inside of the 6 of Idle. That's going to be the 2 of Catastrophic. As well as several other cars going 4 wide. Bushy, Cody, Uber. Off 24, Idle still maintaining his lead. He is not letting up for one moment. Meanwhile, here comes the 49 of Hackey now on the inside, about to get support from the 47 of Cody. That's going to get the edge. There's the lead. 3 wide right behind them. Bushy is going to push, trying to get up to the front. Yeah, that's going to work. Now they're up in the second place. Trying to look for a way to get around this 49 car here. All in the back. It's like Uber and Cody are both going wide there for a moment. I don't know, getting a huge run on the outside of a couple of 30th last year. However, now they're going to create a massive draft train on the inside. It's going to be a huge bonus for Bushy and potentially Lasker coming off the turns 3 and 4. Bushy is going to go into the apron. Now they're all the way in the back. It's like Lasker is going to benefit the most. Now they're all the way in the front. Now, side by side of the 49 of Hackey, they're trying to get on the outside run here, see if they can potentially do something. 4 wide in the back here. Not much contact, shockingly enough. I think Lasker's going to hold his position well. He does not have to defend against multiple cars at once, so it's going to be way easier. And from turns 3 and 4, the 49 looking on the inside, now diving against the number 2 of Catastrophic, right behind the 30 now. This 30 car needs to defend well, or else they are not going to be able to make it. And 4 wide now, it's like the number 12 of Skirdie going to get shoved in the grass by the number 6 of Idle, not leaving room. In the turns 1 and 2, the 49 going a bit wide, trying to get some sort of run here. 48 of Uber looking on the inside now. Looks like that's going to work for them. Meanwhile, Bushy trying to push 30 back to the front. 47 of Cody trying to push Uber. Who's going to get the best? Lasker now getting turned by the 48 of Uber. It's going to make a massive contact. 2 cars spinning out for a moment. It's going to be Lasker all alone in the back. What lap is it on? What lap is it on, Alex? Alright, lap 9, thank you. A little contact there for a moment because Uber might have been spun for a moment. 2 cars are going to go wide. It's going to be the 2 of Catastrophic and the 6 of Idle. Maybe trying to make way, maybe trying to shove each other off the track. It's like Skirdie now leading for the first time this race. Idle gonna send Catastrophic into the grass, and Catastrophic gonna take someone with him. That's gonna be, it's like the 48 of Uber. On lap 10 now, Idle trying to hold that inside line. Now they're 3 wide. It's like the 49 of Hackey and the 12 of Skirdie trying to get by in the meantime. Skirdie's going to go wide, see if he can potentially get a switchback later on. The 49's going to back out. Now they're getting supported by the 20 of Bushy. Got a nowhere for the lead yet again. We're down to Cody looking to potentially get on the inside of Skirdie and potentially support this draft train in the front here. 49 to Packy now leading it again. 20 making contact with the wall. They're going to bring the 30 with them. The 30 might be able to save it. It looks like they will. Might go caution for that. We don't know just yet. They will not as of now. Never mind. They're going to throw the caution. Bushy over 45 seconds back. Second caution. 47 to 49. 48 well getting the inside to 2 and 6. 49 tries to score for 48 in the meantime. That's pretty well here. That's one of Action's strength. Off in the final 2 corners for the restart yet again. It's like Uber goes side by side, getting in front of the 49 of Hackey, and they are going to take pole. All right, what lap is it? What lap is it? 11? Okay. Okay, Shedletsky, can you do me a favor and reset real quick? Because I need a better way to track these laps, and yeah, just reset and then go back to spectating and uploading. Because that helps me track the laps a lot better. Yeah, there we go on the top there. Okay, now spectate again. Thank you. Now lining up for the restart yet again. All racers are lining up. The 48 and the 49 are on pole positions. Race control counting down. The green flag is going to be waved. The 49, a little bit of a jump start, tries to slow down to counteract it. Race control might get on them for that. It's like the 6, the 48, and the 49 all breaking away here, while the rest of the pack falling far behind. He's going to get that cut off, try and get in front of the 49 Happy here. If he could potentially take this lead. Shedletsky. Off in turn 3 and 4. Like in the back, looks like the 47 trying to gain that high lane, going quite wide there. Potentially to catch up to the rest of the pack. The 48's going to get a little bit of a breakaway now against the 49. The rest of the pack now catching up to the top 3. 12 of Skirdie now going to shove the 2 of Catastrophic a little inside. Now diving in the inside of Idle. 2 cars going to get sent wide, including the 49 of Hackett and 12 of Skirdie. Cars now dropping back down to 48, tries to hold his lead. It's going to be difficult, though, to defend against all of these different cars at once. Who are you going to let by? Who are you going to stick on defend? Going 5 wide now. Catastrophic, Cody, Idle, Hackett, and 30 all together at the same line. Bushy going to get turned, sent straight into the grass by Hackey. Just setting them far back. The race control says they should be able to catch up. The 49 getting sent right into the back again. 12 spinning out. Not going to be good for them. A little bit of a big one there. One other car flipping over as well. That's going to be 2 cars now. Race control is going to say caution yet again. 3 cautions now in this race alone. B5, a little bit of a wreck fest out here tonight. Not so much in the heats, but definitely evident in the main races. It's like a 9 of Idle taking pole position as Uber backs out at the last moment. Yes, D1 Weed Spore memories. Exactly, Alex. This is why you're in D5, too. Yeah, petition to never let Alex make track schedules again, because then we get stuff like Weed Sports. D5 in terms of schedules. Chameleon? Chameleon did that? Oh, no. Oh, okay then. Chameleon. Suing Chameleon for emotional abuse. Lining up for the restart yet again. 6 of Idle having a great pole position here. Green flag going to be waved. Pointing out a little bit of a jump start again. Maybe not. Like the 48. Going to gain a massive breakaway here off the first stretch. The 6 of Idle trying to look for a way around the 30 of last to potentially support them, potentially get around and catch up to the 48 in the front. And go a little bit high here to get that high lane bonus. These cars are going to need to work together if they want to catch up to the 48 of Uber in the front. Idle's not taking this well though, they dive on the inside, trying to pass you. So is the 2 of Catastrophic. Now right next to the 48, seeing if they can potentially get by. Cars managed to go clean for one lap, a genuine surprise considering this D5. Never mind, multiple cars spinning out like 30 and the 6. Both getting quarter paneled there for quite a moment. The 48 going to maintain his lead. How long will he be able to stick to it for? So the cars are going to go single file coming off the turns 3 and 4. The 2 is going to get shoved wide, potentially due to a bumper lock. But the 47 of Cody slamming Idle into the wall. That's going to get the 47, the 48 in the front. A little bit of a breakaway yet again. Coming down at 6 laps to go. Idle going to get shoved a little wide. Idle trying to squeeze in between Skirdie and Lasker there. Looks like that's going to generally work, but they're going to get sent wide. Now they're all the way in the back. Lasker being squeezed in between Idle and the wall. Get shoved out of the draft lane, knows that they're back out to try and get back in it. Off in turns 3 and 4. Uber going to get sent wide, the lead finally jeopardized. The number 2 of Catastrophic and the 49 of Happy now on the inside, seeing what they can do to get by. 47 of Cody, seeing if they can potentially push. Now they're shoving Uber wide, seeing if they can get that out of the way. The 6 of Idle, making an aggressive push in the inside. So is Lasker, but Lasker spins them. Now chaos in the back. Several cars making contact, which is one of them, Bushy, getting spun all the way to the back. Race control says 1 car, no caution. The 48 of Uber trying to catch up to the 2 of Catastrophic, gets spun by the 30 of Lasker. And it turns 3 and 4, several cars going wide to the outside wall. Trying to get back low, trying to catch up on that inside line after getting out of high lane boost. The 48 now on the outside. 48 barely leads that lap. 48 and 2 now side by side. Uber and Catastrophic fighting with each other in an insane battle so far. These two are great racers so far. In the back stretch, 48 looking on the inside potentially. 12 looking to potentially block them, but it's not going to work. They're going to go wide. Getting out of the way. Idle going inside to defend that position. They do not want to let it go. Not letting off the throttle for 1 second. Took a 49 trying to catch up here. It's like the 48 in the back as well, spinning out. But they're going to manage to save it. 6 keeping on his inside position, and 30 trying to jeopardize that, but the 6 is not letting it happen. Never mind, the 30 sees an opportunity and he immediately takes it 5 wide now between Bushy, Idle, Lasker, Catastrophic, and Happy. Trying to all get by here. Now there's 3 wide to the lead. Bushy all by himself on the outside, not getting supported by the 2 of Catastrophic. The 30 of Lasker again taking the lead. However, the 48 out of nowhere diving on the inside. Now he's jeopardizing their win. Off into the final 2 laps. No more cautions will be held from here on out. If you wreck, you are done. You need to maintain a careful posture here. 48 trying to break away. He does not want to be a part of any wrecks that might come in the final 2 laps. The final 2 turns in the back stretch. take the 6, trying to make an inside move. 48 blocking aggressively, though. Great move by him, trying to keep Idle out here. They're going to go a bit wide. It's going to give Idle and the 49 a hockey a little bit of run. Now coming on the front stretch into the white flag. The final lap now in Michigan. 6 going to go a little bit wide. Skirdie going to go into the grass. They're sent all the way back. They're not going to... They might not be able to catch up to the rest of the pack here. 6, wall around. Now they're spinning around all the way in the back. Not able to save it there all the way to last. 30 of Lasker trying to maintain his position. The 48 getting a little bit of a run. 47 is outside. Still trying to support them. Looks like they're going to go on the inside. Several cars dive bottom at the very last turn. Seeing what they can do. 12 on the inside are nowhere. Now they're leading. Having done against 4 cars at once, it might not be possible. But it looks like they're going to pull it off. The 12. Insane comeback. Comeback of the history for 12. What a move. Was beautiful. Anyone going to come up for post-race interviews, or are we done?
Yeah, you can do post-race interviews if you want. Or Bushy wants to.
I can do a post-race interview,
Okay.
but just like not right now. I need to go do something. I'll be able to do it in like 2 minutes. I'll be like back in 2 minutes to do the post-race interview.
All right, in that case, the first one to come up is Bushy. Come up here, please.
Hello.
Hello there, Bushy. After a great race so far at D5. Seeing you out there, you did some amazing moves. However, it looks like...
Yeah. I mean,
how do you feel about that race? Is there anything you might have done to change?
No. That track is kind of meh, to be honest. Not my favorite, personally. I had a cool 5 wide in the middle move. That was fun, but most times when you try to make a move, they just kind of cut you off, and it causes for the quarter panel stuff. So, wasn't my favorite race ever, but I backed off on the backstretch all the way to last in the pack because I knew that they couldn't help themselves and race clean, and they all slid up, and I went from last to second, and I've just followed the 12 through. We were the last 2 cars going in there, and we got 1-2 out of it, and yeah, there was some bulldozers like the 47, the 6. They were darts without feathers for sure. Complete menaces out there. It was anytime I was on there outside, I was lifting. 49, he was great at going when Alex said 1, jumped the restart a couple times, but it's all right. Doesn't really matter. I mean, I got completely murdered with like 4 to go and caught up in 2 laps. So, I mean, who cares about a little restart?
All right.
Fun race, I guess. Not the worst, not the best. It was fine.
I did see that insane 4-wide finish you had right behind the 12 of Skirdie. Is there anything you might have changed there at the end to see if you could potentially get past that number 12 or defend him from getting back in first?
With coming to the white flag, I was trying to push the 49, and he ran out of talent and got in the grass, which forced me above him. And from that point, I knew that I was gonna have to try and fall back in line, but there was nowhere that I could fall back in line, so I just went to the back. I knew I was probably not gonna win unless everybody slid up, and the 12 actually had talent, so he didn't. So I don't think I was gonna win that, but second was probably the best I was gonna do with the situation given, and I'm completely okay with second. Second's a good finish, and I think maybe at most I caused like 1 incident, so good points day for sure. But yeah, happy the 12 won. He raced clean the whole race, and so I'm happy someone clean raced or won. And yeah, 4 wide. If anyone but Uber was above me, I probably would have been scared that I was gonna get shoved in the grass. But Uber always races clean, so I had confidence that if it happened, it was gonna be whoever was above him slamming him. But thankfully they didn't.
And is there any questions you would potentially like to ask me before you leave? Or any comments you would like to say about the race?
Yeah, I do have a comment. I found it really funny how you were getting on me for being nervous commentating the car in front, and then when whoever was streaming was commentating the car in front. You were like, "Can you please turn around? Can you please watch?" Like, come on, you can do it. If I could do it, you could do it. Come on.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. All right.
All right, that's all.
Okay,
All right.
I can do post-race interview if you want.
All right, so Skirdie, how do you feel about the race that happened earlier? I saw that insane comeback you pulled at the last minute from last to first.
It was the most down, then randomly uphill battle I've ever seen, dude. You need to understand. I did not lead one lap. Not one. The only time I was ever close to leading a lap, which I think was lap 10 or lap 9. It was one of those 2 laps. Those were the only laps I was close to actually leading a lap. Other than that, I was dealing with cautions, getting into crashes, getting put into the wall, what you call it, being bumper locked and getting sent up the track. I was at the back for most of the race. But then but then I locked in. And I realized I was not gonna win this race on pace. I was gonna win this race strategically. So I strategically dropped to the back on the final lap, and coming out of corner store on the backstretch, I was in prime position to win this race because I knew that most people were either gonna slide up or I was either just gonna like bump the person that's still on the inside lane upwards and get up the inside barely. I knew either one of the two things were gonna happen once I put myself strategically in that position. And option one happened, and then because someone almost actually got around my outside. I think it was Uber, my championship rival. I think he almost got around my outside and side drafted me, but I think I just barely blocked him and was just able to win off of that. So yeah. Yeah, that race was downhill, then just random uphill, and it just won the race. Probably one of my most Mickiest wins I think I've had in VRL. Not gonna lie, I'm taking Rusty's
All right,
throne.
that was a very great run at the final moment. I do like your tactical approach to these races. You are very good at that. Is there anyone who you think should have potentially won the race other than yourself?
Uber, and Lakers. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Those two were like I forgot who got fastest lap, but I think those two were actually tied. I was counting, and I think those two actually tied with most laps. So yeah, those two should have won. I think they led 7 apiece. So that was wild. One of those two should have
Well,
won, but they didn't.
after your great racing, would you have any comments on what happened, or would you prefer to stay silent for now?
The racing was pretty much your average D5 race. You got multiple cautions, multiple people just not doing the smartest thing. Your average D5 finish. It's just like basically your average D5 race. There's nothing really that was spectacular about this race. Average D5 race. What can I say?
All right, then. Well, thank you for coming up here, Skirdie. What an amazing win you had. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. I gotta go.
Now,